Hi everyone, Jason the Mason here, and today we have an exciting project that we want to share with you. Now, if you live in an old home, you're probably faced with the decisions and tasks of trying to figure out a renovation that will work for you and your family. So here we are, typical home from the 60s. We have our natural stone veneering here, which at the time was a very custom thing to do. Now it's obviously dated, it's almost 50 years old. So that's why we're here. We're going to give this home a new facelift. We're going to be removing the stone and the current brick on the home, and we're going to be upgrading it with a new, more modern stone to give the homeowners a nicer feel and look. This is a perfect example why you should never give up on an old home. We removed the stone facade here and we came across a lot of wall ties, which is a good sign. Again, the waterproofing was done pretty decent. There's just a couple spots here that we're going to be touching up just to give it, make it 100%. This is a perfect example why you should not be afraid to actually go through a renovation on some of these old homes. So after removing the brick, we found a couple of issues. Number one, the mortar joints here aren't full of mortar, so we're going to be touching that up. Number two, there's no waterproofing membrane at all. The foundation is slightly low, so we're going to be bringing that up, installing the water membrane, and installing wall ties. So patching up these holes helps a bit. It's not totally crucial if we put the blue skin on, but it just makes me sleep at night knowing that it's done. The blue skin is a little bit overkill. It's more of a commercial product, but I like it. It lasts forever. It's got a bit of a tar membrane on the back, so it just adheres and then it's never coming off. So previously, this house had just a piece of box trim here with some siding, cladding over it. So when we removed the old stone, we took this off, and now we're going to be installing a steel lintel to go across to carry our masonry above the door, just to give the garage door a little bit more detail. It's a little bit more money to do it, but really it's not going to break the bank, right? So we're going to be doing that. Okay.
All the way to the back.
Yeah. So what this is here, it's called a keystone. Over windows and doors, there was an arch. They would actually design these keystones, and its design was to lock in the masonry arch so that it wouldn't collapse. These angled sides would put pressure against the arch itself and would actually hold it up. So this job went pretty smooth. I mean, other than the fact we didn't find wall ties connected to the block wall. Usually put these around 2 to 3 feet in the wall. Just anchors the stone to the wall. Now we're just going to use some waterproof screws. It just goes to show a lot of these old homes are built pretty well, and they just need a little bit of an upgrade and they're good to go. We just finished. It was a pretty simple project to do. As you can see, the siding has also been done. It's given the house a brand new look. Like, it's an old home, but it actually looks like a new house. It's great. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Everything's clean, nicely finished. It looks great with the gardens and patio furniture. Fits the neighborhood well. It's got a new look, but it still has a bit of a maturity to it. The homeowners here, they knew what they wanted to do, but they just weren't sure about the details. So they called us in and discussed a few different options with stone detail over the windows and garage and extending some walls where there was some siding. So they had a good idea of what they wanted. We just kind of came in and suggested some finishing touches, and they did a great job picking the colors out. Everything matches well. I'm really happy with it.